All right, this is MTG Buddha back. I'm going to do another quick draft. Um, we'll see how this draft goes. I this is this is Saturday morning when I'm recording this, so I actually did a draft last night in real life and did pretty good. Did 2-1. The match I lost, I got lane screwed. So, but yeah, I drafted basically just a red green domain deck. I wound up with like 6 duels that helped me get domain. And basically my deck was all red green, except I had actually had one copy of this, and then I had a copy of the green black uncommon legendary that lets you bring a creature back from your graveyard, and then I had a bunch of things in red and green that had domain. So I wound up playing like 6 different duels. I wound up taking a bunch of duels that had red or green on one side and gave me the other. So um, I wound up being able to. I actually got full domain a couple times on turn 3, so it was pretty interesting. But we'll probably take this card. It's a good card. The fact that you can just drop it and get a 4/4 flying dragon for 4, it's pretty good. Um, the 2 damage to each creature and each opponent is good. I mean, there's all the levels of this are pretty good. Being able to discard and draw. Um, I think all these are actually pretty good. I like this card. If I was later in the packs and I knew I was in domain and I already had like several of these, I would probably take this. But at this point in the draft, I think I just take this. I think trying to stay like 2 colors is a really good thing to do for the most part. Like if you can be main 2 colors, we're gonna go with this white card right here, this binding. It'll exile something that I don't want to deal with on the other side. So let's see. That could take this, or I could take this. I really like this card. This is a really good card. We're gonna take it. Let's see. Cut down's all right. Early in the packs, I'm just taking like whatever I think the best card is. I'm not trying to just necessarily lock in specifically on something. I would like to play red. Red, green, and red, white are both really good. Um, if I'm base green, I can play this. If green is one of my 2 main colors, so if I was like red, green, I could play this and then splash this easy enough. Especially if I am in green, I have ways to search up lands in green. So and also there's a red card that you can kick and go search for a land. So um, hmm, not really super excited about taking a picker this early. This card is okay. Um, and this is okay if you're in black. It's better, but this one's all right if you're doing enlist stuff. I think we'll take this Twin Inferno just for the off chance that I take it. Maybe I could take cut down. I don't think I'm on choking miasma right now. Uh, let's see. I guess we'll take Twin Inferno as a potential thing that we might do, just kind of depending on what we wind up in. Let's see. So we got some good white cards. These are both good in white. We have this dual land, which could help us splash other things. I think I'm going to take the dual land actually. I think in this format, taking dual lands is a good thing to do. Let's see if we wind up in red, Jaya's Fire NATO is good. If we wind up having base green, this coming around at this point makes me think green's actually fairly open because that's a really good card. The domain creature's pretty decent, but I think I'm going to take this. We might try to go like green red, and then we could splash the white if we find enough ways to do that. I think this might be what we take. I'm not necessarily like super big on the defender thing unless you can just like go all in on it and you get like 14 defenders and I mean, yeah, then it would be really good. But the fact that it would let me go get another land is actually pretty decent. And if I wind up in green as one of my base colors, this is good. This is a good way to get lands, if you're not in green as a base color. But I think it looks like I'm probably going to wind up in green. So we'll probably take that. This will definitely take. If I'm in green, this is a really good card to have. This is also a good card to have in red. But I think in green, as looks like I'm probably going to take green, so we're going to go there. At this point, we could probably take the Jodas Codex, or I could take this as something to splash. I think I'll take this as something to splash, maybe, as a potential for splashing. I think we take the Root Walla. It's just a good 2/2 for 2, and then if we do wind up doing domain things later in the game, I mean, if we had full domain, we could do 4 mana and make him into a 7/7. So I think we just take the Root Walla. He's a decent creature. We'll put this in the sideboard. A lot of this stuff down here is probably just going to wind up being sideboard stuff because we might not play it. Sure. At this point, it doesn't really matter about that. So right now we're base green, going off pack 1, which was exile up to 1 artifact, up to 1 creature, 1 enchantment, up to 1 target planeswalker, to 1 land. For each exile permanent this way, its controller reveals a card from the top of their library until they reveal a card that shows type with it, puts it on the battlefield and shuffles. Okay, I'm not really in on that. Lightning Strike is something I would definitely be interested in taking. Fires of Victory is good. It's better if you can kick it. And as of right now, I don't know as though I could kick it. So I don't think I'm in on that. This isn't what we're doing right now. I think Lightning Strike is just the best card in this pack, actually. Just in and of itself, I think Lightning Strike's the best card in the pack, so we'll take Lightning Strike. All right, so now we have some dual lands down here that we could potentially take. I mean, like, this is a okay card. He's not like super great. He's very replaceable, especially in red green. In red green for 5, I would much rather have the 5/4 Vigilance Trample guy as opposed to this guy. This is a decent card. If I had heavy domain, this is a decent card. This is better if I could kick it. This is really good if I can kick it. I already have 1 Vine Shaper Prodigy, but I don't currently have a way to make blue with dual lands. I think I either take the red black or I take the green white. Currently, I'm probably more likely to splash black because this is a better card, I think, probably than this. But if I wind up getting ways to splash white, I might play that and this as a splash. But I think we take the red black land here. Okay, so this is good if I wind up splashing the white. We've already got one of these. At this point, I think that's probably the best thing for me to take and have as a potential for splashing. Because we're base green right now. We're not necessarily set on red, but I mean, more than likely, red's going to be our second color. This guy's good, especially if you're in red and green. So we will take this. Let's see. There's another one of these, so I actually wouldn't mind taking a second one of those. Did we take one? I thought we took one of those in the first pack, but oh yeah, we did. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind having a second one of those, so I'm fine with that. And then here's that 5/4. Like I said, I would rather have this in the deck that I'm building currently than I would that 5/4 for 5 that doesn't have vigilance or trample. So I would much rather have this in the deck that I'm working on right now. So put that in. We have another copy of this, or we could take a Fiery NATO. Fire NATO is good, and it does deal with a lot of things I would like to have a Fire NATO, so I think I take the Fire NATO since I don't have one. Right here, I think I probably take this guy. None of these things are probably going to wind up in my deck. I'm not really doing defenders, so we're not going to take that. This will go sideboard. It might make the cut, just depending on my creatures, how my creature count looks and stuff. I think we take this. It will probably make the cut. I don't know as though we play a second one of these, but we'll take it just in case. I think we take this just as a possible. Um, yeah, we can take this as a possible. And we take that. That probably makes the cut. Let's see. That's a really good card, but we're just not in that situation right now to do that. This is good. This is actually as good, if not a little better, even than this, even though it's a 4/5, because of the fact that it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So it's a little better for that. But we also have Tail Swipe. So Tail Swipe is a really good fight spell. Currently, we have 8 creatures, so we don't have a lot of creatures. But we don't have a lot of ways to like deal with my opponent's creatures. So we don't have a lot of ways to kill things. I'd much rather have the bite than I would the fight spell. But that being said, I'm also seriously considering taking this because this is just such a really good card in the format. I think this is just a better option for me right now. I would like to have this, but that being said, I don't know as though I necessarily take that over the Linebreaker Baloth because it having 5 toughness is a big deal. Um, there's a lot of creatures. There's not a whole lot of creatures with 5 toughness or bigger in this set, so I think we take the Baloth. We're not really doing the instance and sorcery thing, so we're not going to do this. If we were in blue red, this would be a really good pick. But I think we take this. This lets us go get a basic land, a card with a basic land type, so it'll let us get a duel for 3 mana because we get to kick it. So that we're really hoping to find one of those, and we did. So um, here's this guy again, which, like I said, my 5-drop slot is already taken with stuff. So we're not interested in a 5-drop at this point. We're not interested in this at this point. Currently, we only have one 4-drop, so we may be in on this guy right here. But that being said, if I do kick Splash Black, this guy is really good. But I don't have like a whole lot of like sacrifice type stuff, so I don't know as I take it. I think I just take the 4-drop at this point. This is worth taking on the off chance that I do Splash Black because, like I said, I currently have this, which I would like to Splash Black, and I have a red-black land. So I could potentially splash the black for this guy, and he's just really good. Um, being able to bring a creature back, especially if I do get like a domain of like 4 or 5, or even if it's like 3, I can still bring one of these guys back, up here for free. And then even if I did pick one of these other guys that's bigger, I could bring them back to my hand if I don't have domain. So I think we go on and take this. Okay, so we have another one of these, which we could take. We've already got a lot of 5-drops and so forth, so I think we might just take this Endless Trample guy. This is an okay card. It's not the greatest. I would have, if there was a land in this pack, I would probably just take the land at this point, but um, not real big on Hammer Hands. I think we just take this guy. Okay, so probably take this at this point. This would be good to have a second one of, but currently I think since we're not super set on splashing the black other than just for this one pip, we might not take a second one of those. I think we take this instead. It's more in our colors. Here's our domain creature, which is good. We really wanted to have at least one of these. This is actually really good along with these because if I can get like domain of 4 or 5, this gets +X and trample. I actually last night in our draft I had this in my domain deck, and I was able to a couple times play this card. Actually, I played this, and on turn 5, I was able to give him +5/+5 because I had full domain and trample. So I attacked with him as a 9/11, and then the very next, and on that turn, I also played Rada, and then the very next turn, I was able to bring this back from the graveyard because I had one of these. I was able to cast this, bring this back and play it and go straight to the third Traptor again, giving him +5/+5 trample, and then attack with him and Rada, using Rada's ability to give him +5/+5 as well. So he was attacking as a 14/16 trample on turn 6, and it was really stupid. And the game was over at that point. But yeah, um, so we want at least one of those. It is a high cost card, but we are able to cast it for less than its actual casting cost. A second one of these might be worth taking at this point, yeah. And now I was really hoping to see some lands, but I'm not seeing lands. Creature count wise, we're at 15. I think I can afford to take another one of those. I don't know if I play the Colossal Growth. We'll take this guy. We'll put the Fiery NATO in this sideboard. Sideboard. Take another one of those, and we'll put that in the sideboard. So, didn't get as many dual lands as I would have liked to have had. Um, but, so currently, we'll take all these out, and we'll decide what we're going to do exactly. Alright, so we're definitely going to be red, so we're going to take these two guys. We'll take the Lightning Strike for sure, that one. Let's go, tell you what, let's... definitely playing this. We'll play this and one of these. We'll definitely play Vine Shaper Prodigy. Play that, that. We'll play both of those. That, one of these, this. Let's see. I think we go ahead and play this. We'll play this. I think we play both of those. Let's see. So currently we're at 37 spells. We've got 16 creatures. We got plenty of creatures. We're gonna play both of these lands. Do I have a Fire NATO in? I do not have a Fire NATO in. We'll take a Fire NATO. I think we take one of these. And then the question becomes, do I splash this? Let's see, currently, I think I do put this in because it's just really good for me. Because, like, being able to get this and a creature back, this giving things trample is really good. So, yeah, I think I definitely play a copy of that. Currently, it's got us having 3 swamps in the deck. I think we actually probably wind up swapping that down to 2. Yeah, I think we swapped that down to 2. 7, 9, 14, 15, 16. If I had one of the 3 mana spells that goes and gets a land, then that would be good. So I think we splash this, we knock that down to 2. I think we take, I think we put a blue land in. I think we put 1 island. Let's see, so we're looking at, let's go 1 island, 6, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. So currently we're looking at 1 blue land. I don't think we even bother with a white land because we don't really have anything that even kicks for white. But we do have this that kicks for blue, and I would like to have the option to at some point do that. And it would be nice to have a 4th domain. We'll take that guy out. We don't want him. What's he doing in the deck? Alright, let's see. So we got 16 creatures. Take the blue away. Let's see. I could Thrill of Possibilities. I could do another one of these. Could throw the Elfheim Warrior. If I had dual lands and could make white consistently, I would put this guy in, but I just don't have a way to really do the white to make it worth playing him. This would let me find another land, but I've already got enough creatures, and I don't think I want a second one of those. We're only really splashing like the black, and I have these two cards, which will let me go find it. Plus, I have this guy, which will let me go find one. Could take this. Take one of these just as a possibility. Let's see. Let's see what my spells and stuff look like. So currently, creatures and spells. We got creatures, spell. So enchantment, creature, saga, spell. Alright, so this is currently what my creatures look like. We've got the two different sagas. Of course, we have two of this one. But yeah, this being able to get back this or this as well, or just bring two creatures back, is really good. So I think it's definitely worth the splash. Let's see, so we're at 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think we go down one of these and we go up one on this. So I think that's what we do land wise. I think we just want two of these. Because odds are we're not going to need black until later in the game, because this is when most likely we'll be doing this. And honestly, this you're probably not doing on turn 3, even though it costs 3 mana to do the kick. You're probably not doing it on turn 3. It's probably going to be turn 6 or later before you're doing it to really get value out of it. Yeah, so I think just having two of these, we have 3 ways to make black. We have 1, 2, 7 ways to make green, and 7 ways to make red. And then we got the one blue just for the kicker that we have on Vine Shaper Prodigy. I don't think we have any other kickers that we're really trying to play. Because this is green kicker, that's a green kicker, red kicker, and green kicker. So yeah, I don't think we really need to worry with getting the 5th land for domain. Let's see. Do I put this guy in, or do I put this in? This is a good combat trick. But this could make a copy of my Lightning Strike, or it could make a copy of this. Late in the game, this could be really interesting, copying this twice, making 2 of these, especially if you cast it with kick. You get to copy it with kick. Or I can give a creature double strike that already has trample from one of these. Yeah, I think we take that. I think we take one of these. I think we just play one. I don't think we play both. Yeah. Alright, so I think we're going to try it like this. We're going to see how this goes. So we are red-green with a small black splash. So we'll see how this goes. I think, honestly, in this format, I think trying to stay base 2 colors is probably your best bet. I would have liked to have got a couple more dual lands. I would have liked to have at least 4 or 5 dual lands to really like profit off the domain stuff. But yeah, this is keepable. I think we actually just play a untapped land on turn 1 just to get this out and going. Since we have both of them in hand, I think we play it turn 1 and attack. And then turn 2, we could play the tap land if we want to, and play the second one if he doesn't have anything to block. Yeah, so I think we play the tap land, play the second one, and then just attack for 2. Just get on the offensive right off the bat. Alright, so we'll play another tap land. We'll attack for 2 again. Does he have a spell? He does. Alright. Alright, and then after combat, we play the Vine Shaper Prodigy. So this costs 1 less now. So we're gonna have 4 mana next turn. Alright, so we play this, and I think we attack. And then we kick this. There we go. Getting off to an aggressive start. But we are starting to run low on card. We got two 6-mana cards in our hand right now, so we either need to draw lands or we need to do something else. Let's see what he discarded. Essence Scatter. Yeah. Did he draw a land? Because I think I've missed a land drop, right? Alright, so we will move to combat first. See if he has any responses, and then we will cast this guy. Does he have another Essence Scatter? Yes, he does. That's why he discarded an Essence Scatter, because he is a dumb butt and playing 2 Essence Scatters. Alright, so we will play this, and let's see, do we want to... I actually might go to number 2, just to discard both of these and draw 2 cards. Try to hit a land. Discarding both of these. Drawing 2 cards. Alright, so I'll play this guy. And then we'll pass. We get a 4/4 next turn, and I get to play this to find another land. He's got a 3/3 that flies next turn. I think we just chump block with our 1/1 at this point. Alright. So we will play this, and we have another one of these now that next turn we can play and get something back. I think we take the blue so that we get a little more domain. And we play that for land for turn. And then we pass, and then if he attacks with this, we block with this. Let's see, and we would bring back... Sure what we bring back. What did he just do? Oh, he bounced my token. That's what he did. Well, you suck, dude. Alright, so I don't have enough to pay the ward for this. I think I just played this. I have domain 4. You know what? I think I'll bring this guy back to my hand. Yeah, I can just play him again next turn and get something back next turn. Let's see. So next turn I would get back probably that. I don't know. Let's see. Blockers. We'll block with this. Sure. And he has another one of those. Okay. So we got off to an aggressive start, but he's got the staying power here, it seems. So cast this guy. Yes, they are legendary, but do I want to? Yeah, I don't know why I did that a while ago. That was stupid. Bringing him back when he's legendary, I can only keep one. Let's get. Do I do this guy? I should have brought this guy back a while ago. That's what I should have done, honestly. That was a stupid move on my part. Alright. Yeah, we're going to lose this game. Alright, so we got off to a fast start, but our hand petered out pretty quick. He bounced my 4/4 flying token, which kind of hurt. If he hadn't been able to bounce my token, what happened here? Reconnect. Alright. Yeah, if he hadn't been able to bounce my token, we'd have been in a lot better shape. Sure, let's keep it. After this game, I might actually go in and take one of these out just run one of them. Play a land, attack. Next turn we play this probably. Hmm. So what, we'll start by attacking. Alright, and then I think we played this with kicker instead of playing this. Yeah, I think we play this with kicker. We go get a basic land. So I think we go get the blue land. Or actually with basic land type, so we'll get this. That way we have access to our black. And then when we play this, we could always go get the blue to give us our 4th level of domain. Yeah, so we play this. Attack. Alright, and then we play this guy. Okay, so I guess we'll play this land. Move to combat. Go ahead and play this, and we'll go get a basic land. We'll start with 1, and we will go and get a blue. Alright. He blew up my enchantment. Alright, so we will play land. We will move to combat. We will attack with this. Yeah, that's fine. We'll cast this on the second main phase, and we will enter. Yeah, I can always use this to sacrifice lands and draw cards if I start flooding out, so. Alright, I think we just go ahead and lightning strike this. If he has a trick to save it, then he's got a trick, that's fine. He does. So that means we're not going to attack into it because it now has lifelink till end of turn. So we don't want to attack into it. So we're just going to pass turn. Sure. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I not play this? I guess that was end step. Alright. So he killed my 4/6, but I can get it back to hand next turn. He's going to bite down so that he gets to gain a couple life because he's a jerkwad. Alright, let's play this. Bringing this back to hand because I don't have enough domain. Although with its discounted casting cost, does that count? I'm not sure. It doesn't count. Okay. So has he got something he's wanting to do here, or? Yep, he's going to tap two of my creatures down. That's a pretty good card. I actually like this card. But he didn't have the blue, so he wasn't able to tap them down for next turn. He just tapped them this turn. Okay, that didn't make a lot of sense. We'll go to combat. Unless he has a way to untap them or something. Alright, so play this. Play this. Okay, he's going to kill the guy that's big. That's fine. I'm not that worried about that. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we got there. So we're 1-1. So let's give it another go. Let's see if we can get win number 2. I'd like to get at least 4 wins. 4 is usually the minimum I like to get. The last draft I did, the last quick draft, I think was just 3, which was a little annoying. I think the deck was a little better than that, but we had some really bad matchups that we had. And with it being best of 1, sometimes you can't, you know, you get a bad 1-game matchup and you're just out of it. So I think we keep this. We got this for turn 2, turn 3, go find another land, so forth. I think it's decent. He's mulliganed, so at least once. See if he keeps 6 or if he goes to 5. I had to mulligan to 5 last night in the game. It sucked. But I actually did win the game. So. Alright, so we'll play the Root Waller. And then next turn we'll play this and go get a land. Yeah, and so we will go and get a forest. Because I want to have access to double black to play this next turn. Or not double black, double green. I don't know why I said double black. That's stupid. So yeah, attack for 2. Does he have? Nope. Okay. So next turn I can play this. Okay, 1/1. I'll tell you what. We will attack the Root Walla. Because if he blocks, I can always just domain it. And then get that off the board. But if he doesn't, then I can just cast that, which I did. So we can play this the next turn and go get a black land. So we have access, or well, we already have black land, so we don't really have to get a black. We can get blue. So that way we have a domain of 4. Okay. So target creature gets +X/+X. Let's give this +X/+X. Does he have a kill spell for it? No. Okay. Although he might be waiting. We will attack with this. Attacking, actually, enlist. And then we'll attack with this. And we'll use this to enlist. So that way he gets another +1. So he's at 8/8 till end of turn. Now he probably has the 2 mana kill destroyer. Yeah, that one. That's exactly what I figured he probably had. That's fine. I can get that back with this. Alright, so I think in that case we play this. And then we bring the Baloth back. So now he has to be able to get rid of it twice. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. When we got to that point, I was like, I know this is what he's got. Couldn't remember the name of it, but destroy shark creature toughness 4 or greater. But okay, so we will start by attacking. Because if worst comes to worst, I can always just pump this up for +3/+3. So he's going to double block. Yeah, we'll kill this and leave that. That's fine. And I don't think I'd pump this. I think I'd rather just play this. Alright, so we'll play this. Because that can't block this. And I can play this for 4 next turn. Well, that can block it, but okay, so he's at 11. Okay, so what I could do is play this and go straight to 3, giving this +3/+3, and then and trample and enlist it. So this gets, let's see, so it would be 7, 8, 9, and then this would be 10, 11, 12. So even if he does block here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Would be 13 with trample. Yeah, I don't think I did. I think I just played this turn. And moved to combat, enlisting, and we'll tap the root wallet to enlist. Because he can only block with this. And if he doesn't, he's taking 6. And he's got a 5/5 trample coming at him next turn. Yeah. I could have done this and done 4 more and got him to 1. But I think we save that for next turn and kind of diversify our threats. We can play this and go straight to 3 and give like this trample. And then attack with this and this and this. And then be able to give something else trample if I need to. I think that's probably my best bet. Okay, so he's got King Darian. So all of his creatures get +1/+1, which doesn't really matter much. He only has 1 creature that can block this. And when I give it +3/+3 next turn. And trample. Okay, so we will play this. We're going to go straight to 3. Submit. We're going to give, he doesn't have white mana available. No. So we're going to give this +X/+X and trample. We're going to move to combat. We're going to attack with this, enlisting, and we will attack with this. We will tap this to enlist. So he's now an 8/8 trample, and he concedes. Okay, so we got there. So even only having 3 domain, that Weather Seed is still really good. All right, so we'll go for win number 3. Well, anytime we can find an opponent, it would be nice. All right, looks like we found somebody. Good. All right, Minotaur is our opponent. All right, so not the strongest opening hand. I mean, we have a 4-drop. We do have this to go find a land to give us our 5th drop to be able to play this. Our opponent's going first. We do have quite a few 1 and 2 drops in the deck, so I think we keep it. We have access to all 3 that we really need. So I think we keep it. Let's see what we draw turn 1. We do a Fiery Native. So we've drawn a lot of our higher cost stuff, but we are going to be able to get our 5th land to be able to play these 2 5-drops on turn. So hopefully we can draw a 2-drop maybe on this turn. We didn't draw a 2-drop, but we did draw a 3-drop. But I still think I'd rather play this on turn 3 to get ahead on lands, because if I play this, he can just kill it, and that puts me behind on land. So, all right, so play land, and then I think I just played this. Or is it right to play this? I think I played, well, if I play this, it's not big enough to deal with either of his creatures without dying, so I think I just play this on 1, and we'll go get, let's say, blue. Because I already have double green. I don't have any double red spells, and I have a black mana, so I think we take the blue land. So that way, especially if we do draw our Vine Shaper Prodigy, we have access to being able to kick it. So, and he got rid of my enchantment. Wow, that's super annoying. All right, so we will play our land, and we will play our 4/5. So that gets rid of artifact or enchantment. If you kick it, exile target non-land permanent and see it. Wow, that's actually really good. I don't think I've ever actually even seen this in draft. Like, actually, for me to pick. So actually, none of his creatures can block my guy right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have 6 mana, so I can play both of these next turn. Yeah, so I think we do that. So we play this, and we play this. Then we attack with our 4/5 because nothing can block it. And he's gonna exile my. That's annoying. He got 2 of those. I don't ever even see this card when I'm drafting, and he gets 2 of them. That's bullcrap. Yeah, I don't ever even see these cards in draft to pick, and he gets 2 of them. He can bite my booty. Let's see. This is a sorcery. Do I play this instead? Yeah, I think I just play this guy. And I just pass. If he has another one of those, I'm going to be really ticked off. The fact that Exiles is super annoying too, because if he had just killed this, I could have got it back with this. But the fact that he exiled it is so freaking annoying. And he just killed another one of my creatures. You are a super annoying douchebag. Just so you know, dude. You, senor, are a D-bag. You know what? We're just going to double block this guy. Fine. I don't care. I'm probably going to lose this game. Alright, let's play the land. Let's play this. Get this back. Do you have another kill spell? Because evidently you have all the kill spells, dude. Evidently this guy's got all the ways to kill things and exile things. No, but he's got a way to bring his creature back. Of course he does. Alright, so we are going to fire NATO. That, so I can scribe. We'll keep that. So do I attack with this and enlist this guy? If I do, I think I'm just dead. So I don't think I do anything. I think I hold the land at this point. Because if I draw the 4 mana enchantment that gives me the dragon, the second part lets me discard um, cards to draw cards. So I've got eight lands on the battlefield. I've got more than enough lands right now. So I don't think, yeah, I don't think I do that. I don't think I do anything with this land. Just hold lands at this point. Yeah, these root wallers are going to be annoying. Of course, he can only give them +2/+2 for 4 mana. So, all right, so we'll play our own root waller and pass turn. Because I can't really attack at this point. I mean, he's got 4 attackers, and I only have 5 attackers, and I can't get through his stuff. He's going to kill my big guy again because he's got all the kill spells in his deck, evidently. All right, so we will Vine Shaper Prodigy with Kicker to get another card. So that's good. Do I take the 2/5 Enlist guy or do I take this? This is a 3/3 with haste if I kick it, which I can. Or I can play this, which is 2/5, which has Enlist. I think I'd rather take the 2/5. And we'll play it. Alright. Then we'll pass. Yeah, we put a land on the bottom with that. I don't know. Yeah, so we put a land into Viashino on the bottom. So he played another creature. Let's see what I get. Alright, so we got this. So I think I moved to combat. Attack with Enlist. And I enlist the 4/4. I have enough blockers now if I need. It's not that big a deal. Because he's going to have to put 2 to 3 creatures in front of this to get rid of it. And I can get rid of 2 to 3 of his creatures. So he can pump that and make it into a 4/4. So now he just puts 2 of his creatures in front of it. So I still get to kill both of them. So that's fine. I'm okay with that trade. Getting 2 of his creatures off the board in this place. We'll do this and get another land out of my deck. I guess we just take this. Okay, I would have really liked to be able to draw one of these. Both of these, any of these 3 would have been nice to have drawn. But now they're going on the bottom of my deck. So in turn, let's see. Does it go in random order? Yeah, it's random order. So currently have 18 cards left in my library. We have 9, 10 lands. All right, so if I attack with this, I think I do. All right. So I attack with this. Domain, it gets +4/+4. I think we just end turn there. I know one of these cards right here before this is the enchantment that lets me go and find the land or give a creature trample. Yeah, we'll activate this to keep him from killing it. Yeah, that's the downside to cut down. If you can pump the creature above 5 total, which I was able to do. So, all right. So that looked a little rough there at the start, but we leveled out. So we got 3 wins and 1 loss so far. Let's see if we can get a win number 4. I feel like this deck should get 4 wins pretty easy. I think I could potentially get 5. I don't I don't know as I'll necessarily get 6 or 7, but um, I mean I could see it getting 6 or 7 if I get the right matchups and I get decent hands. This is an okay hand. It's not the greatest, but I will have domain of 3, which means I can play this on turn 4 if this survives. So I think we will keep this. Because turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, play this. Turn 4, I can play this guy. Yeah. Right? 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, I can't play this guy on turn 4. It would be turn 5 before I can play him. Unless I get a black source. I would need a discount of 4 to play him for 4. So yeah, I would need the black source to be able to play him on turn 4. Alright, which actually, this is going to let me go get a land. So I may want to do this depending on how his hand looks as he goes here. If he's getting out quick, I may want to cast a creature instead of this next turn. But he didn't. He actually missed a land drop. So we are going to do this, and we are going to go get a black land. So that way we have 4 for our domain. All right, so we will play this, and we're actually going to play this guy. I would have played this, but this is more on curve. 5 mana on turn 4 that has enlist, and it's going to get plus X plus X. It's going to get +4/+4 and trample. Um, so we'll move to combat. We will enlist, attack, use this to enlist. So we're attacking for 9. He takes 9. Then we cast this for 1 because we have a 9-power creature, so he gets a big discount. And then, yeah. Okay. So so he conceded at that point. Yeah, that was pretty rough. He didn't get a lot of lands, and I actually ramped into a big guy and was able to pump him really heavy. So the fact that I was able to cast that 8 mana 5/5 trample guy for 1 red, that's as big a discount as you're going to get on that. So that's really good. That's the cheapest I've cast that so far. Yeah, we curved out pretty good there with him missing the land drop and everything. So that was actually, like, say, if we get some matchups where it's things like that, where, like, they miss lands and we have good hands and things like that, which happens sometimes in quick draft, we could potentially get the 7 wins. But quick draft's just such a crapshoot. It's, I mean, you can't really draft a deck and go, oh well, this is going to win 7 because it's just such a great deck. I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to happen on here. I feel a lot more comfortable sitting down at a table and drafting and kind of knowing, being like, okay, I know I'm going to do good with this. So my opponent kept his hand. We have access to 3 types of mana. This will give us a 4th type. We can play this on turn 4, assuming this survives until turn 4. Um, yeah, I think we keep it. Let's see what we draw. He has a 1 mana creature. All right, so we will play a land. Let's see if we draw. He drew a 2-drop, so he's off to a banger of a start here. So, yeah, so we just pass because we're not really doing either of these. We're taking some damage, so we have to play this guy out. And then, of course, we can't block with him this turn because if we do, we can't cast anything next turn. No blocks. And then the question becomes, do I just go ahead and do this next turn and do 2 damage to each creature and each opponent? It's each 2 damage to each creature and each opponent. So it will kill this. So I don't think I want to do that right now. I could do the discard thing. I think I'd just do this and get a 4/5 on the battlefield. So now he would have to spend 3 mana to tap this down, and he doesn't even have 3 mana right now. So it looks like he's suffering for lands here. Um, we're not going to block because I sense a trick coming on, like Death Touch. So I think what I'd do is play the land, and then I cast this, and I do the 2 damage thing to get rid of his creatures, but that will let him try. Okay, so I think I attack and give this double strike and kick this. Yeah, okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we are going to it's instant. Okay, just making sure I've got this down path right. So we attack not enlisting because we need this for the second red. So attack. Um, we will do this, giving a creature double strike. And then we cast this with kicker, giving it +4/+4. So we do 16. We have no blockers on the swing back, but he only has 4 attacking with. I mean, he has no way to block this next turn unless he draws a land. Okay, yeah, so we got there. He got screwed on lands, so that's what he gets for keeping a 2-land hand, I guess. All right, so we have ranked into platinum. Now we just have to keep ranking up. All right, so we got was that 4th win, 5th win? I think that was 5th win. Let's see. Let's get this. All right. Was that 5th? Yeah, that was 5th win. So let's see if we can go for win number 6. I say that worked out pretty good for us with him missing land drops and stuff, but this is a really slow hand. But opponent's going first. He's kept. We have a lot of our higher cost things in our hand. A lot of the stuff left in our deck is cheaper. I think we're gonna keep it. We've already hit 5 wins. I mean, I think we kind of risk it here and see what happens. We'll see what we draw. Alright, so we drew that. So we'll play the land. Hope to draw a 2-drop this turn. Did not draw a 2-drop, but that's alright. That's actually not bad to draw. We can play that next turn and go get a second red so that we have access to this on turn 4 if we want. Although, actually, this is probably what we do on turn 4. Alright, so we will play this, and then we will cast this. Assuming it resolves. It does. So we go get a land, and we will go and get a second red. We're not going to bother with the blue right now. We're just going to get a second red because we want to have access to casting this. And then next turn we probably cast this guy. Alright, so you cast that. So he's on the defender plan. Okay. His defender plan is not going to do a whole lot for him once I get this online. So this is going to get +3/+3 next turn and trample. I can give it double strike next turn and enlist it. So it would be 4, 7, 8, 16. So I can do 16 next turn if I do that. Of course, he would have to keep his mana open to tap this down. Okay, so he's not going to tap it down, which is fine. I'm okay with that. He's probably just expecting to take a couple of mana, a couple of damage off that. Okay, so he's got a kill spell for it. That's what it was. All right, so that gets +X and trample. So we are going to, let's see, we'll play our land, move to combat. Does he block? No. So do I give this double strike? If I give it double strike, I would do 8. I'm debating if I want to do that. If I give it double strike, it gets 8. Takes him to 12. He's on the defender plan. Next turn he gets this, and he has 3/1/1s that fly. So if I do this, I can still cast this or this. I think I do. Yeah, I think I'd give it a double strike. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and do it while we can. All right, and then I think we play this and get the 4/4 right off the bat. Or do we play this and I think we hold that to do 2 damage to each creature next turn because we can kill his tokens by doing that. Yeah. So we cast Wrath instead. Okay. Yeah, so we will move to combat, enlist, attack, trigger. Alright, so we're attacking with a 3/5. So he just takes the 3, okay. So I will play this, and I will bring the 5/5 back to hand that he killed a while ago. Or 4/5, not 5 drop. That's what I meant to say. Alright. So next turn we're going to attack with this and this and enlist. So bring permanents back. Tap 2 untapped creatures and draw a card. Alright, yep. Okay, so we are going to do 2 damage to each creature and each opponent. Then we are going to move to combat. We're going to attack with all. So he'll block there. He'll take 2. And then do I lightning strike one of these out to kill them off? Yeah, I think I actually lightning strike. Did I just do it to the face? I think I might just do it to the face. Yeah, I think I just lightning strike him. I don't want him drawing cards off of this, and I don't want him making more 1/1s off of this, honestly. So I don't know which one's better. Let's see, creatures you control get vigilance. Yeah, I think we. Honestly, I think we take the tap guy away. Because when I play this next turn, he'll be able to just start tapping it down. And I don't want him to be able to do that. So next turn we may not. If we draw a land, we'll discard the land to draw a card. He has another one of those. That's annoying. But still, this will be able to get past all his things. And I got his tapper off the battlefield. So he wants to tap me for 1, that's fine. Alright, so we will discard this land to draw a card. Alright, we'll play this guy. And then, let's see, he only has 1, 2, 3 in toughness. So yeah, so we'll attack. He doesn't know what I have in hand, so yeah, he goes ahead and blocks anyway, that's fine. Alright. So next turn, this can't be blocked by any of his creatures. He could give everything +1/+1. Actually, he can't because he doesn't have double white. Or now he does have double white. Yeah, so he's going to bounce that. Yeah, so I just have to replay it. That's annoying. But I do get a 4/4 flyer next turn. Alright, so let's play the Baloth. They had a green land there. It'll say no attacks this turn. Next turn we attack with this in the air, and we attack with this, and enlist probably this. If he kills this again, then we just do this to bring it back again. Is there anything else in my graveyard that I could bring right now? Yeah, so he's going to kill that, which means I just get to bring it back again. It's a little army of 1/1s. Alright, so we will play this. Getting this back. Play our land. No attacks. Because my 4/4s can't get through his army of little 1/1s. If he pumps and gives everything +1/+1, I think I might be dead. Because I'd be taking 10 in the air. I mean, his defenders can't attack, so. So I'll block one of them, take 10, go to 5. Does he have a pump spell? No. Alright, so. Academy Wall gets 2 more. Okay, so we will do this for kicker. Getting this back and getting this back. And then we will do this for number 2. Do 2 damage to all creatures. Oh no, that's not what. I want to do the first one. That. Okay, I just screwed that up. I just screwed that up royally. Yep, I'm dead. Yeah. If I had done that correctly, I would have done 2 damage to all his creatures and I would have killed all his flying creatures. And then I could have attacked for 4 in the air. Yeah. But I'm stupid and went to the second one instead of doing the first one. Because for some reason in my head, I didn't read the card. I was thinking that was the second part, not the first part. I'm an idiot. So I lost that because of me. That was my fault. We should have had a win number 6 right there, but I'm stupid. That happens sometimes. Yeah, that's a little annoying. That was the perfect thing to do there too, being able to get that back and just wipe all his 1/1s. But no, I'm stupid and didn't do it. I still think killing his tapper was the correct thing to do. We do not have access to red, but we do have this for turn 2 to try and get red. And then even if we don't get it then, we have this for turn 3 to go and get a red. So hopefully we'll get a red off of this and then get a red off of this so that we can play that. And I think we keep it. Like I say, it's not a perfect opening hand, but we do have ways to go get lands. So this should hopefully find us a red land. Considering we look at the top 6, and we have 7 ways to make red in our deck, I think. So hopefully they're one of those 7 cards. We do have one there, so we have another way to make red now. So we'll play this. Preferably an untapped red. Okay, so yeah, all of them are actually untapped. So we will take the untapped red land. So yeah, so then we play this next turn, play this, and go and get another land. I think at that point we get a green land. Let's see, so we play this. Yeah, I think we play this and we go get a green. Or so we have a second green here. I think we get a second untapped red. Because we do have a second untapped green here. And if we need to, next turn we just play this. So he gets to play something that costs 2, which he didn't exile anything, so he didn't get anything. So he'll kill my O2, which I'm fine with. I don't care. So he draws a card, loses a life. He didn't hit the land. Alright, so now the question is, do I play my tap land and play this and do 2 damage to everything? I get rid of this. Or do I play the tap land and just go straight to 4/4? No, I think I played this with kicker. I think I play the tap land and I kick this, is what I think I do. And attack. I mean, this is only going to get +3/+3 next turn to something, whereas if I'd played this, I could have given something +4/+4 and trample next turn. But, so does he hit off this? Oh, he enlisted. Okay. So he just look at the top 4 and find something with instant or sorcery with 4 or less. Does he hit? He did hit. Ah, that's probably the worst thing he could have hit. So we will not block. Yeah, that was bad. No blocks because we want to have a creature to give trample to. All right, so he has a land, but he had to take damage off of it. Yeah. So this is going to get +3/+3, so I'll be able to attack with it. And then I can sweep his board. Yeah. Oh, you suck, dude. All right. You know what? Screw you, buddy. We're sweeping your board. You get to leave. You get to keep your 2/3. That's not going to be able to enlist anything now. And then next turn I can discard 2 lands to draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana, which is all I really need for this deck. I don't really need more than 6 mana. So does he hit anything off the top 2? Nope. Does he have a land? Looks like the answer is nope. Let's see what creatures are in my graveyard. I only have this and this in my graveyard. He used to bring 2 things back. That's annoying that you got to bring 2 things back. Alright, so you know what? We're going to discard all 3 of these to draw 3 cards. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we are going to kill this. And then we're going to cast this. So he finally hit a land. So now he can only play one of the 2 spells that he brought back from the graveyard a while ago. So does he play the 2-drop or does he play the 3-drop that does another damage to him and draws him a card? Or he plays a different 2-drop and another 2-drop. Okay. Alright, so I get a 4/4 flyer. So we are just going to attack without enlisting. See if he blocks. He does, which is fine. So now, I don't really have a creature I really want to get back from the graveyard, so I don't think I play this. I think instead I do the Trample Worm. Yeah, I think we'll do the Trample Worm. Yeah. Because he doesn't currently have any way to deal with this. And we can play this next turn if we need to. If we hit a land drop, um, hmm. Yeah, I mean, if he kills that, yeah, he kills that, so I can always bring it back with this if I want to. That's fine. So now he casts this probably, unless he has something better to cast in his hand. Oh, he has Battle Hymn, so he gets to kill that. Okay, that's fine. All right, so since I drew that, do I? Let's see, I think I cast this, and I cast this for 1. I don't bother kicking it, and then I attack, like so. Because he's got to be running out of ways to kill my things. So he has a 3/3. Alright, so we will move to combat. We will attack this, enlist this, and tap this to enlist. So now if he blocks this with that, or blocks this with that, it does. So this will get a counter because of that, and that's fine. Yeah. It's a counter, he gets to scry. And then I'm going to play this guy who has trample and enlist. So next turn I can attack with this and this, enlisting this to here. Alright, so move to combat. Attack, enlist. Yeah, we will tap this with our enlist. So now I'm attacking for 10, all of it with trample. So he has to block, and he has to block so as not to take 7 damage. So he's going to double block like that. Okay, that's fine. So he goes to 1. He gets another counter on that. And then I'm going to cast this, bringing back, let's see, what is my domain currently? My current domain is 4, so I can get something with mana cost 4 or less back to the battlefield. You know what? I think we just bring this back to hand, or is this less among power creatures you control? Yeah, I think we just bring this back to hand. Gives us another trample creature. Because we'll be able to give this +4 +4/+0 on trample on next turn. So unless he has a way to kill it this turn. Okay, so what is he? Returns a creature from his graveyard to his hand. So what is he going to return? He returns that. Okay, that's fine. I'm not that worried about that. Okay, so we will move to combat. We will enlist, attack, and attack. We will enlist this. So now I'm attacking 7 trample. So he has to put the 5/5 in front of it, or he just dies. Actually, he's just dead no matter what he does here, I think, isn't he? I mean, he could put the 5/5 and the 2/2 in front of the trampler and then put the 1/1s. Yeah, that's the only way that he survives is if he does that. Doom, 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 doom. So, and then I'm going to cast this with Kicker, and I will get back. this, and this. And then I'll cast this. And we'll do it correctly this time and kill him. Okay. So we got there. So if I had not been stupid in the last game, I would have 7 wins right now. But I was stupid in the last game and played that card wrong. Yeah. All right, so let's try for the 7th win this time. See if we can get to 7. Be nice to get 7 wins out of this one. I think it's a pretty good deck. Like I say, I think splashing the black was good enough because of the recursion. I think that green black legendary guy is really good. Yeah, I think it's definitely good. And playing that one black that has the green in it when I'm already in green. Yeah, I think we keep this. I think we're on the play, so we'll just shoot him out right off the bat. So we get in for 1 right off. We have a lightning strike to deal with something if I need to. So he's got the check, which can't block. So I'm actually not even going to bother killing that thing. I'm not that worried about that card. We'll play this instead and get another land to hand. So we will take let's take the red-black land, because we do want access to black. Back for 1. So the question becomes, do I play this next turn or do I play this next turn? Because if I play this, I can't play this. If he plays a creature I want to kill, then I will probably play that. Okay, so he does. So I will play this and lightning strike and have this for the next turn. Yeah, so we'll play this. We'll lightning strike this. Yeah, and then we'll get in for 1. Okay. Yeah, so then next turn I can play a land and I can play this. And I'll have 4 or 5. I'll have 5 mana. Okay. So I think what I do is play the land, and I actually think what I do is do this, maybe? Or do I go straight to, I think I'd start by just going to combat and seeing what he does. Alright, he doesn't block. So, I could give this +3/+3 and double strike, which would be 8. I don't think I do that. I think I just let that happen, and then I cast this and go get a land out of my deck. So the question becomes now, do I get a blue? I have access to double red, I have access to double green, and I have a black. So I think I do get the blue so that I have a little bit more domain for the 3rd chapter of this. Because if I can give something +4/+4 double, +4/+4 trample, then give it another +4/+4 and give it double strike, that's going to be really good. So is he enlisting? He is. Do I block? Yeah, I think I do. I don't think I'm worried about keeping that guy around. Okay. So, get a 1/1 Saproling. Play a land for turn. So now the question is, do I go ahead? I think I do go ahead and do this and get the O2 back, because it gets another land out of my deck and it gives me a good creature to block with and a good creature potentially to give +4/+4 next turn too as well. So I think we take the green, or do we take the black? I think we take the green, because we only really need access to 1 black in our deck. And we already have that. So no attacks. Okay, so he has no white mana now, so he won't have access to the white spell that I get annoyed by that kills my big things. So we will give this +X/+X and trample. Then we will play this land. Then we will move to combat. We will attack with this. Does he block? If not, he is dead. He is DEAD dead. And I think he's going to be DEAD dead anyway. So let's go ahead and go. Let's see. So let's tap. So I need red and green. So red, green, green. Kicker gets +4/+4. And then we'll cast this. Target creature gets double strike. So we're attacking for 24 with trample. He has to do 1 damage to something. Will be, and then he takes 12 and he's dead. So we got a 7th win. Yeah, that little Twinferno thing actually came in really handy several games, giving double strike after I got trample. The fact that I had creatures that had trample, being able to give them double strike, and having the colossal thing to give them +4/+4 and trample, and giving them +4/+4 from domain, and yeah, it's really good. Highly enjoy it. I think definitely playing the 1 blue in the deck was worth doing just to get that 1 extra domain because I did have a way that I could need. So yeah, so we got 7 wins. We went 7-2. That was a pretty good deck. Um, yeah, let's just get a quick look over. Yeah, so I think this definitely is worth splashing if you're in green and you can have some, especially if you get a dual land or multiple dual lands that will make you black to help you get the black. This card is definitely worth splashing in green as well because of the fact that it brings creatures back. Um, the kicker part of this is really good because you can get things like this or things like this back. There were times where to getting both of those back were really good for me. Um, but yeah, being able to get a creature and this, or get 2 creatures back if I just wanted to, with this kicker is really good. And then this guy being able to bring back anything that costs 4, any creature that costs 4 or less back with my domain in my deck. If I'd had a 5th domain, I could have got this guy or this guy back. But still, being able to get stuff that costs 4 is really good. Even if you can only get stuff that costs 3, you're still you're still going to have things you can hit that are going to be worth value. And even if you don't have something to bring back that you can bring back to the battlefield, you can still target the bigger things and bring them back to your hand to cast the next turn. So it kind of stinks that the cost reduction doesn't go into effect on this, but I understand that. It just would be too good if it did that. But yeah, I think the deck was really good. Um, wasn't sure if we'd get to 7 wins, but yeah, we got there. So um, let's get our prize. So we got 950 gems and we got 2 packs this time. Nice. So we'll claim. Let's go open our packs real quick before we end the video. Let's see what rares we get. All right, so we got a mythic. So we got Rith. All right, and then we got the Korean Beast Collar. All right, so that's going to end our video. Yeah, so we got this is the 3rd draft I've done in quick draft. And so we went 7-2 in our 3rd quick draft. The first quick draft I did, I was like, you know what, we're gonna be crazy and try to force Defender and see if we can actually draft Defender in quick draft. And it didn't work. Yeah. I think did I go 1-3? I either went 0-3 or 1-3. I think I went 1-3. Could have been 0-3 though, because it was not a good deck. But yeah, after that I was like, all right, we're not going to force anything. And then I think the next one I either went 3-3 or 4-3, and then this one we went 7-2. So much better outcome on this one. Hopefully my next couple drafts, hopefully the rest of my drafts will go as good as this one did, or at least 5 wins would be nice in every draft. But um, hopefully this video kind of helped you with the draft format, seeing where things are at, and trying to figure out how to draft. But yeah, hopefully you have a good day and have fun playing Magic.